you, and welcome Swamiji, welcome Sehnaji, and thank you everyone for joining us on this wonderful spiritual journey. Before we begin with introduction and agenda, let's have few housekeeping and safety items. So in case of emergency, there are 4 exit doors here. One is over there, second one is the main entrance door, third one is in the hallway if you take the left side, and the last one is at the end wall of the kitchen. Water fountain is in the kitchen area, and restrooms are located in the middle of hallway if you take the left before the exit. And I request everyone to silence your phone at this point of time because we just want to make sure there is no disturbance when the discourse is going on. As most of you know, we are celebrating 75 years of Chinmaya mission with Amrit Mahotsav, and we are blessed to have Swami Aparajitananda ji to give us guidance on Gita Panchamrit. 5 very important verses from Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is one of the most important textbooks in our lives. It's very relevant to modern life. And those 5 verses are very important for a spiritual seeker on its spiritual journey. So that starts with uplifting yourself by performing right action and focusing on the action rather than on the results, and dedicate all the action to the Lord and surrender with faith, and God will take care of the devotee on the path of spiritual journey and help in the path of self-realization and liberation and moksha. So we are blessed to have Swami Aparajitananda ji, who will be guiding us on this wonderful journey for next 4 days. Swamiji was an ENC engineer, electronics and communication engineer, one of the toughest branches in engineering, being an engineer, I know that. And he served as a professor for 5 years at a renowned engineering college. And since then, he renounced everything and dedicated himself to spirituality. And he did rigorous spiritual training at Sandeepani, Mumbai, and completed 2 years of Vedantic course in 2018. Since then, Swamiji is serving multiple centers in India, and for last 3 years, Swamiji is serving Chicago Center, Yamunotri. So we are truly blessed to have Swamiji with us, guiding us on this spiritual journey. And one thing I would like to tell from my personal experience, so I've had the opportunity to listen to Swamiji, and he's a great teacher, a great orator, and he takes very complex philosophical and spiritual ideas and break it down into simple language so that we can understand it and implement it in our daily life. So with that, I'll turn it over to Swamiji.
Hari Om. The treble, Hari Om. Increase the treble. High frequency. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Yes. सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दम् प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवम् अहर्निशम् धर्मोद्धारकं गीताप्रचारकं आनन्दरूपम् आत्मस्वरूपम् श्रीगुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दम् प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवम् अहर्निशम् तामसहारकम् उत्साहवर्धकम् तपोवनशेष्यं तत्त्वस्वरूपम् श्रीगुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दम् प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवम् अहर्निशम् प्रेमहृदयिनं परमविरागिणम् सन्न्यासिनं गुरुं शिरसा नमाम्यहम् श्रीगुरुदेवं चिन्मयानन्दम् प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवम् अहर्निशम् प्रणमाम्यहं गुरुदेवम् ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Volume can be reduced a little. There's a little humming. And decrease that bass. You see some bass there? Low frequency. Who is in charge? Hari Om. Nobody? Nobody is in charge of audio. Hari Om. Little more. Hari Om. Yes. Treble or high frequency, whatever is there.
Treble is there.
Increase it. Hari Om. Hari Om. Increase. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. That's maximum. Decrease bass. Bass. There is no bass. LF you have, LF. Low frequency.
Yes.
Decrease it. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Nothing is happening. You're rotating something else. Hari Om. Hari Om. HF you increase. Maximum?
No.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Maximum? Increase. Go on increasing.
Maximum.
Hari Om. Okay. Now increase the volume. Hari Om. Yes. Little less. Hari Om. Hari Om. Okay. Enough. One time setting for 4 days. So humble prostrations to one and all present here. So from today onwards, for the next 4 days, we are going to discuss the 5 verses famously known as Gita Panchamritam, which is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. So it was found that the modern generation is not even able to chant one verse from Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita is considered to be our main text for Hindus. So therefore, our Mukhya Swami, Swarupananji, thought that at least 5 verses from Bhagavad Gita, let us have it by heart. So that when somebody asks, we have at least 1 or 2 verses to chant. So we have this 5 verses. So today our discussion will be based on these 5 verses. So I'm sure all of you know how to chant these 5 verses. So we will start our session by chanting these 5 verses together. Can we chant together? Yes. Together. Uddhared ātmanātmānaṁ, nātmānam avasādayet, ātmaiva hyātmano bandhur, ātmaiva ripur ātmanaḥ, karmaṇyevādhikāraste, ma karma phala heturbhu ma te sangostva यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम् अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Right. Now we will discuss the first verse. Uddhared ātmanātmānaṁ nātmānam avasādayet. Ātmanam uddhared, ātmanā uddhared, ātmanam na avasādayet. May you lift yourself. May you lift yourself by yourself. May you not allow to fall after having lifted up. This is the literal translation. Okay, can I use somebody's help to lift myself? Sorry. Ātmaiva hyātmano bandhur. In lifting yourself, you yourself, you are your best friend. But in falling, Ātmaiva ripur ātmanaḥ. You yourself, you become your worst enemy. Nobody can help you. You have to do it yourself. Now, Uddhared, lifting. Avasādayet, falling. So now we have to understand in spirituality what is this lifting. Is it some weight lifting? No. So whenever we say Uddharanam, lifting, avasadanam, falling. Whenever we say lifting, what is understood? Lifting up is always from lower state to higher state. Yes or no? Yes. Uddharana means lifting, lifting up from the lower to the higher, and falling is always from the higher to the lower. So what is this lower and what is this higher has to be understood. So therefore, we should have the understanding of what is this journey of life all about. Journey of life is journey from the lower state to the highest state. Lowest state to the highest state. That is journey of life. What is the lowest state? Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. So this journey is from asat to sat, from illusion to reality. Mrityorma amritam, from mortality to immortality. Tamas to jyoti, from darkness to light. This is this journey. Journeys from imperfection to perfection. Journeys from Jiva Bhava to Brahma Bhava. Journeys from darkness of ignorance to light of knowledge. Journey is from sorrow to bliss. Journey is from limitation to limitlessness. Finitude to infinity. This is the journey. And nobody is an exception. Everybody is going through this journey. The purpose of coming to this world is to take up this journey. Nobody has any choice. Everybody is in this journey, not only human beings. Plants, birds, insects, animals, they are all in different level of this journey. Some have just started, some are almost on the verge, some are in the middle, some have finished. What happens after you have finished your journey? After having reached the destination, that state is called state of liberation. Liberation from journey, liberation from misery, imperfection, moksha, mukti, whatever the name you may give. What happens to them? They become liberated from birth, death cycle. So this is a journey. Journey from the lower to the higher. So in this journey, definitely there is every step what is called as lifting. That is what is called as Uddharanam. Uddhared. So Bhagavan is saying, may you use this life to lift yourself. That is the purpose for which you have come to this world. May you not waste your life. Life is fruitful only when you serve the purpose for which you are living here. There is a great, grand goal to be attained. May you use this opportunity to attain that goal. Uddhared. Now, there is a choiceless evolution and there is a choiceful evolution. Uddharana means evolution, lifting. As far as the plants, birds, animals, etc., they are concerned, it is a choiceless evolution. They don't have to do anything. The nature is designed in such a way that they will go on evolving. How do these plants, animals, birds, etc. evolve? Remember, evolution can be choiceful or choiceless, but it is not effortless. It is always effortful. So, at the lower levels, other than human beings, there is choiceless, effortful evolution. In the human being case, there is choiceful, effortful evolution. Evolution is always effortful. There is no effortless. At all other levels, beings have no choice, they have to evolve. And every evolution is effortful evolution. When a lion eats a deer, the deer goes through pain. It is a sacrifice. Sacrifice of its life for a higher being. Yajna karma is happening. But it is not choiceless. It is not choiceful, it is choiceless. A deer has no choice. It is sacrificing its life to preserve the life of a higher being. That sacrifice is rewarded by giving it a higher birth in its next manifestation, next birth. So that deer becomes a higher being in its next birth. For that pain, it is a reward of that pain which it has undergone. So in this same way, all those beings, plants, animals, birds, they all have their own quota of suffering, pain, effort. And cosmos blesses, Mother Nature blesses all these beings by giving it a higher birth. So finally we are here with a human birth. Now human being, they are called as crest and crown of creation. The ultimate form. There is no higher form than human form. That is the highest. So we all have been blessed with a human birth. The moment we are born in a human body, there is a choice given. You see, the higher evolution, why do we call higher state higher? We call higher state higher because there is greater freedom. There is greater power. There is greater security. There is greater intelligence. There is greater peace, joy. The amount of peace that human beings experience, that much amount of peace is not there in any other state of life. We have gone through all those stages, therefore Mother Nature has blessed with this human body. Freedom is there, power is there, peace is there.